What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my fancy new whiteboard. For some videos, I'll probably be using this instead of the video editing because it just saves me a lot of time, and I can write down what I'm going to go through so I can remember it a little better. Anyway, in this video, what I'm going to do is de-occult NASA's new announcement. Now, about a month ago, when NASA had their last press conference and announced that solar system that's like 30 or 40 light years away from Earth that they called TRAPPIST, I made a video where I de-occulted what the word TRAPPIST essentially means. Now, if you don't, if you're kind of unaware of what the occult is, occult comes from the Latin word occultare, which means hidden knowledge. And the owners of this planet, right, they like to put the truth in plain sight and a lot of their occulted knowledge in plain sight because that's just, there's many reasons why they do that. But that's what they do. And then they laugh at us when we don't understand what they're saying and hiding in plain sight right there. Anyway, I kind of broke down this word, TRAPPIST, in that video that I did about a month ago. And when you Google Trappists, what essentially a Trappist is, aside from being that newly named solar system, is that a Trappist is essentially a break-off sect from the Knights Templar. So when a Knight Templar would get kicked out of the Knights, they would then go try to rebrand themselves under the Trappists. They worked together a lot of the time, but Knights who would get kicked out would go live with the monks and become a Trappist. And what I said in this video is, it was kind of a stretch, I won't lie, but what I said was that they called this solar system Trappist because the elites want to rebrand themselves, right? They want to, whether it be pull a partial disclosure or try to put Ashton Kutcher as, right, John McCain's new spokesperson for anti-human trafficking. They just want to rebrand themselves because they know that the people are waking up. So that's what I said in that video. Now, with this new press conference that NASA just held yesterday, they announced that they found potential, maybe, possibly, by chance, could be life on Saturn's moon Enceladus. Now, this one, I think, has a lot of occult meaning behind it, and it is very interesting that I will discuss with you now. First, you must understand whenever the elites do something, whether it's a story they put on the news or a press conference or something new by NASA they're going to tell us, there's always a rhyme and reason. There's always a madness to their method and a lot of freaking madness there is to it. So they picked Saturn specifically, and they picked Enceladus specifically to tell us about potential life, right? They could have picked any moon on any planet or whatever it was, but they picked Saturn and Enceladus. Now, Saturn is important because of Cabal worship, right? Whenever you see a black cube, that is a symbolism to Saturn. It's Saturn worship, okay? It's the Brotherhood of Saturn. It's another one of those secret societies in the upper echelons of who's running the joint and the powers that be, right? So they love Saturn. And Saturn worship equates to Golden Age worship. Now this differs greatly from probably your and my version of the Golden Age, which is freedom for humanity. But understand, the elites of this planet literally in their heads believe themselves to be some divine bloodline that rules over the common man, or the common muggle as they believe you and I to be, okay? So Saturn worship to them, or Golden Age worship to them, means their Golden Age, not our Golden Age. And when you bring Enceladus into the picture, what is Enceladus? Okay, it's the name of Saturn's moon, right? But when you Google Enceladus, they named Saturn's moon after a person in Greek mythology who was a human giant. Okay? Now, when you bring much of the new whistleblower testimony into the picture, like what, David Wilcock and them have been saying about who the elite really are, they're the pre-Adamites, right? They come from, essentially, I'm not going to get into the long backstory of it, but they come from Mars, and they crash landed on Earth approximately 50 to 60,000 years ago. These were giants. I think at the time they were between like 13 and 15 feet tall when they first got to Earth, and then they began interbreeding with much of the life here, many of the ape life, humanoid life. They began breeding, and the Saturn's moon is named after a human giant, which these elites trace themselves back from. Enceladus, I was just, Wikipediaing it. He is said to be the all-powerful king of Earth-born giants. Interesting, because, hey, the people that are ruling the joint right now are Earth-born giants who worship Saturn. So I think what they're trying to tell us with this new NASA discovery, because NASA, of course, it's their front organization for space disclosures, I think they're trying to say, hey, we're gonna, right, that we still want to pull that partial disclosure. We still want to try and, give you guys a little slice of the pie, but try and retain control. However they might try and do that. So, just interesting symbologies, interesting wordplay that they're using. I just wanted to pass along to you guys in this video. De-Occulting this new announcement and what it means. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'll be making a lot more videos regarding the Secret Space Program and a lot of what NASA is not telling us, because that's very important stuff to learn about. So anyway, peace out, guys.